Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. Today we're going to be using a couple of hand weights so that we can work on some upper body strength. So let's go ahead and start on our backs. And once you get there, I want you to go ahead and plant your feet down on the ground and bring your knees together, separate the feet. I want you to bring your hands to your belly and then just go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. And so just take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Another deep breath like that. And let it go. And one more time. And exhale. And then just gently opening up the eyes, letting some light in. And just begin to stretch the arms and the legs out nice and long, maybe moving from side to side if that feels good. And then go ahead and draw the knees up into the chest and just an easy rock from side to side. Good. Go ahead and plant the feet down on the ground. Make sure that they are hip distance. We're going to go ahead and just begin to lift the hips up and lower down. Right? So you don't have to come up super high. This is just getting us warmed up here, gently lifting up and lowering. Nice and easy. Good. And so 3 more. And 2. Good. And last 1. Now go ahead and bring those hands behind the head. Elbows are out nice and wide. I want you to begin to just lift and lower here. So we're just going to get the core warmed up. And so make sure there's some space in between the chin and the chest, and you're just lifting and lowering here. And then start to pick one foot up off the ground and then the other, and make sure that the knees are stacked right up over the hips. All right, so just easy lifting and lowering. And again, not tugging on the neck. Good. The next time you lift, I want you to go ahead and cross, I don't care which way, bring one knee in, and then come back to center, and then twist the other way, and back to center. So you're trying to get that elbow to the outside of that leg. You're drawing that knee in, and then you're extending that opposite leg. At any point you need to take a break, go for it. Otherwise, you're just twisting as much as you can, and you're breathing. Good. Let's have one more on each side. Good. And then slowly lower down, bring those knees in, just a gentle rock from side to side. Good. All right, so go ahead and plant those feet down to the ground. We're going to go ahead and grab onto our weights. And I want you to go ahead and send those weights up to the sky. Let the shoulders plug down into the ground. Now the palms are facing away from you. I want you to go ahead and just begin to lower those elbows towards the ground. They'll hover and then press it back up. Right? So just a nice and easy press. You're going to be using your chest muscles here, your shoulders, your arms. Right? So as you press up, I want you to really bring your focus to your chest muscles. And you are going at your own pace. I just want you to make sure that it's nice and slow and it's nice and controlled. Good. Now I want you to go ahead and press that low back down into the ground. And the next time the weights are up, I want you to lift the hips up and just keep them there. You're going to continue with your press with the weights. And if this is no good for you, you can certainly keep the hips down on the ground and just work on the arms. Good. And let's have 3 more. And 2. Good. And last 1. Good. Slowly lower the hips. And you can go ahead and take those weights, and I want you to place them on top of the hips. You can use 1 weight or 2 or none. It's up to you. I want you to go ahead and draw the heels a little bit closer. Press the low back down into the ground. Push into the heels and begin to lift the hips up. And then you're going to just slowly lower the hips and lift. So it's just a nice and easy lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. So you're pushing into those heels. Make sure that the knees are hugging into the midline. They're not coming out to the side. And it's just a nice easy tap down to the ground. So we are getting some glutes here as well. Good. Let's have 3 more. And 2. Good, and last one. Go ahead and lower it all the way down. Now go ahead and take those weights up to the sky, and I want you to go ahead and just round the arms, right? So you just, almost like you're holding a beach ball here. And then you're gonna go ahead and just open those arms out to the side, keep the shape, and bring it back up to the top. Good, so you're keeping that same shape in the arm, you're just opening out to the side. You don't have to come all the way down to the ground. And then once the weights get up to the top, I want you to think about squeezing those weights together. So you're pressing them together, and you should start to feel the chest activate when you do that. And so again, at your own pace, but just make sure that it's controlled. And then once again, I'll offer you to go ahead and begin to lift the hips up when you bring the weights up to the sky, and just hold them there. And so it is your practice, right? So you do what you can here. Nice and easy, opening and then pressing and squeezing up at the top. Hips are lifted. Good. And let's have 3 more. And 2. Good. And last one. Slowly lower it all the way down. Now I want you to go ahead and place one weight off to the side. You're going to take the other weight and bring it onto your left hip. Now I want you to go ahead and lift the hips up and then send that right leg up to the sky. You're going to have that right hand on the ground, right? Just palm face down. That'll be your support on this side. And you're going to go ahead and just lower the hips and lift up, right? So if this weight gets to be too much, you're always welcome to go ahead and remove the weight. Otherwise, leg up to the sky, toes are pointed, you're smiling, it's a good day. Good. And if you'd like to add on, as you lower the hips, you're going to go ahead and lower the leg so it hovers off the ground and lift the hips and the leg back up to the sky again. So you should really start to feel that in that left glute, right? Lifting and lowering. And again, you have that right hand down on the ground for some support. Good. Lifting and lowering. And again, getting the glutes. All right, so let's have 3 more. And 2. Good. And last one. Keep the hips lifted. Take a bend in that leg. And then we're just going to go ahead and bring that weight over to that right side. Plant the left hand down onto the ground. When you're ready, go ahead and send the left leg up to the sky. You're going to go ahead and just lower the hips, lift up, lower and lift, lower and lift. And as always, it's nice and controlled. That leg is really nice and engaged. Toes are pointed. And then if you want more, when you lower the hips towards the ground, the leg will also hover and then lift back up, right? So it's a lift and lower, and lift and lower. Good. So feeling it now pretty quickly in that right glute. And again, you can always take breaks as you need them. Lift and lower. Good, you're breathing. 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. Good, and last one. Take a bend in that leg, plant the foot, and then lower the hips all the way down. Good. Let's go ahead and bring those knees into the chest, hands onto the knees. And I want you to go ahead and just make some circles here, right? Going in opposite directions. And then go ahead and reverse it. Good. Come on back to center. Go ahead and plant the feet down. So you're going to go ahead and grab onto your weights. Good. And you're going to have the palms facing in towards the midline. You're going to have the elbows just hovering off the ground here. And then I want you to go ahead and just press it up to the sky, then lower it so that your elbows are hovering. Then you're going to lift those elbows just out to the side so they're in line with the shoulders, and then bring it back. So it's just lift up and lower, then lift it up to shoulder height, and then back towards the body. So press, lower, to the side, and back again. Good. Try to keep the chin pulled back, right? If it's gone up towards the sky, just pull it back. Have a soft grip on the weights here. Good. And if you'd like to add on, once those arms are out to the side, you can also press up to the sky and lower, bring it back in and press. So you're pressing to the sky 2 times now, right? Once when the arms are alongside the body, and then out to the side and press. Good. Slow and controlled, soft grip on the weight. And you are breathing. Good. Let's have one more round, right? So to the sky and press to the sky, lower back towards the body, and then just go ahead and place those weights off to the side. Good. Let's go ahead and bring those hands behind the head. You can pick those feet up off the ground, lift that torso up, right? And then we're going to go ahead and just begin to bring the elbows and the knees to touch, and then extend the legs 45 and open those elbows, right? So you're just opening and then pull it back in. Now, if it doesn't work for you to go ahead and have those legs out at an angle, you're always welcome to bring them up to the sky as well, right? Just as long as you're pulling in towards the midline, right? So you're lifting that torso up even more, pulling the knees in and breathing. Good. Let's have 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and lower down. Maybe rock the head from side to side, just loosening up the neck. Good. And then go ahead and plant the feet. I want you to go ahead and bring your thumb and your pointer finger just underneath your bottom here. And palms are down on the ground. You're going to send those legs up to the sky. And now we're going to go ahead and just begin to crisscross here, right? Pointing the toes. And I want the heels to be coming in towards the midline. So you're actually rotating those legs, right? And then you're going to slowly begin to lower any amount, right? If you can't get to be hovering off the ground, then just go halfway, right? So again, it's always your practice here. Maybe some days you can do it, some days you can't. It is what it is. Good. And coming back up to the sky, right? So you're just keeping those legs really engaged, right? So you should really feel your thighs engaged. Pointing through the toes, heels come into the midline. Good. And let's go one more round. We'll go lower towards the ground, any amount, and then back up to the sky. Good. Once you get there, remove the hands from underneath you, and I want you to go ahead and just flex those feet and then point, right? Just flex and point. And again, trying to make sure that the feet are stacked right up over the hips. Good. And then just go ahead and take a bend in the knees. And once you lower your feet, I want you to go ahead and have them mat distance, and then just gently rock the knees from side to side, just an easy windshield wiper here. Good. And then coming back to center, I want you to go ahead and grab onto either one weight or 2. And you're going to send those arms up to the sky, and I want you to press the weights together if you're using 2. If you're using 1, you can just hold it long ways and hold on to the side here, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring our arms overhead just slightly. And then I want you to think about pressing that low back down into the ground and keep that core engaged, right? And now start to take a bend in the elbows, right? And then just press it back up. Now I don't want you to hit yourself in the head with these weights, right? So you're just going to go ahead and just have control and press it up, right? So again, those arms are just slightly overhead. And then press, right? So you're getting these triceps here. And press. Good. And press. Just doing your best here. And if you need to drop down to one weight, go for it. Again, I don't want you to think about letting that low back off the ground. I want you to keep it pressed down into the ground. Good. 3 more. And 2. Good. And last 1. Go ahead and lower those arms. Good job. All right, so you can go ahead and place those weights off to the side. Let's go ahead and bring the hands behind the knees. I want you to go ahead and rock yourself on up. Good. Once you get there, I want you to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Let those knees fall out wide. And take a nice deep breath in. Sit up nice and tall. And on the exhale, just begin to hinge forward. Good. And so I want you to think about bringing the chest down towards the feet. So rather than tucking the chin and rounding, keep the spine nice and tall. Good. And then we're going to take our right hand, bring it to the left ankle, left hand to the left knee. And then dip that right shoulder into the midline and bring your gaze off of the left. Good. Slowly come back to center. We'll do the other side. So left hand to the right ankle, right hand to the right knee. Dip the left shoulder off the right. Good. And then slowly back to center again. Good. Bring those knees back together. We're going to go ahead and stretch those legs out. I want you to go ahead and cross that right ankle over the left knee. Hands behind you. Plant that foot. Flex that right foot. Keep the spine nice and long. Pull that foot in towards the body, just stretching out that right glute. Good. And then slowly release it. We'll go ahead and do the other side. So stretch out the right leg, left ankle over that right leg. Hands behind, plant that right foot. And again, pulling that right foot in. Keep the left foot nice and flexed, spine nice and long. Good. And then slowly release it. And then just come to an easy seat. On the inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up. On the exhale, go ahead and bring one hand behind the head. I don't care which one. And then you're going to grab onto that elbow. So you're just gently drawing the hand down that back. Good. Just feeling a nice stretch in the tricep here. Good. And then slowly release it and do the other side. Just grabbing onto the elbow. Good. And release it. Lower those arms down. And then go ahead and bring actually it doesn't matter, bring one arm across the body. You're going to take the opposite arm and you're going to hook the elbow there. Drop the shoulder. And then just start to begin to twist in the direction of the straight arm. Good. And then back to center again, and we'll do the other side. So arm across the body. You're going to hook the elbow with the other side, drop that shoulder, and then again, twisting in the direction of the straight arm. And then slowly back to center. And just a couple of shoulder rolls here. All right, we have finished. Go ahead and just give it a thumbs up if you've liked it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, I will see you in the next video. Take good care. Bye.